Old sport. Absolutely old sport. What about it, old sport?
Morning, old sport.
Good morning and welcome to episode 7 of Morning Old Sport. My name is Mr. Elf.
I'm Logan.
And I am Coach Harris.
And today we are drafting again. We drafted last week and everybody thought that was a lot of fun. So we're going to go at it again. This time we are drafting
sentences that have the number one in them.
So the one draft.
Oh, the word one.
Yeah.
Sentences or phrases?
Phrases, sentences.
Okay, you get me making up rules.
All the above.
Basing it just because I don't want to try to win, even though you want. Okay.
So we are doing a draft with anything involving one. Coach Harris, tell us a little bit about your prep. How much prep work did you go into this?
Well, I went into my deep think tank and pretty much isolated myself for 26 hours. Not 24, you need 26 to really be effective on this. And so after 26 hours of going with this, I came up with 1,373 one phrases, but I broke it down to the top 15.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited today, and I feel like I'm absolutely about to dominate this game.
Hell, that's pretty good. I did one day of prep yesterday in advisory. I looked for about 20 minutes and went to one website and wrote down the best things that I could find. And then, Logan, what was your prep?
I done went about 5 minutes before this podcast, so things popped my head.
Okay.
But since we're talking about prep work, Coach Harris, I need to make up a couple of summons in your class.
Yeah, well, let's we'll see how that goes with there. But if you lose today,
Talking about prep work,
then
if I win today, can I get
so you
can I?
You already.
I was in the hospital. Okay, I was in the hospital. Okay.
See, here's the problem. You're not going to win, so that's not even an option. That's okay. Man, that's okay. That's whatever. That's whatever.
I just didn't make.
Yeah, I'm glad you prepped.
I need to make up my work.
Glad you prepped for 5 minutes.
Mistake. I didn't make it work.
Let's hope that your prep work for this is this not the same as what you're about to do for these assignments, I'm guessing. All right, let's do it. The way we're going to decide, it is a snake draft. So what's the best way to explain that? Snake draft, you get the last pick. If you're the third pick, you get the last pick of the first round and the second.
Yep.
You know what? We'll go with it. All right. So Ella's going to pick the number. We're all going to write down a number between 1 and 100. And then whoever gets closest will, what am I doing? Okay. Write down your number and then we'll figure out who's closest.
So Ella, I'm not asking you to cheat, but what grade would you not want to make on your test today? Ella didn't catch my head right. Ella did not catch my head right there, but that's okay. All right.
You see. Is that right?
All right.
Okay. Everybody reveal your number. I went number 1 for the one draft.
37. I'm staying consistent.
Logan is.
23.
I want to go.
So who's closer?
Wait, so
Am I closer?
No, up
To
to
20, I know you get the first pick of what you want.
It'd be Miss.
I'm 27 away, so yeah.
Okay.
You're 26. Wait, so if I go first, that means also I get to pick last.
Yes.
Or I get to pick twice.
How many times are we actually?
I want to go first.
I think we're gonna do 4 rounds. Are y'all good with 4 rounds?
Yes, I want to go first.
You want to go first?
Yes.
I'm gonna take the sandwich pick, so I'll take the second pick, and then
I'm going to take third.
that's a good choice. So Mr. Harris chose the third pick. I'll take the second pick, and you get the first pick. All right, here we go. The one draft. Now, the rule that I did text Coach Harris this, and I didn't tell you this.
Oh, wow. You're playing against
If majority rules against whoever picks, so let's say somebody picks something that's questionable, we can either poll the audience or we.
What's questionable?
Well, you have to say it, and then we have to determine.
Yeah. So basically, tread lightly. Tread lightly. Here we go. The one draft. Logan with the first pick.
I'm going to start off very strong with a movie phrase. Very, very strong. One ring to rule them all. I think I kind of just soloed everybody right there, honestly.
I guess if you are looking for a very niche audience right there.
What? Everybody loves Lord of the Rings.
Not really, but I mean, I do, but not everybody.
Everybody in the rings. Rings.
That's okay.
Everybody in the world loves Lord of the Rings.
It's a pick.
It's better than chicken fries.
Okay.
As the first pick of draft.
Why would you pick chicken fries for a one phrase?
No,
He's,
I'm talking about last
he's
week.
bringing back bad blood from
He's
last.
just trying to
Okay.
Because I beat him in
The
goal.
salty and bitterness coming out of that.
I beat him in goal.
So you said one ring to rule them all. So my board, that was on my board, but wasn't
hating on it.
a top pick of mine.
I actually got it from your sheet.
I think with the first round, you have to go a little bit stronger than that. I'm afraid that one will get stolen if I take it.
I know I should pick. Oh, dang it.
Okay,
You're about to pick it too.
I'm going to go. Nothing to me summarizes the one draft better than the one and only. To be the one and only of anything,
That's your thing. Is it just the one and only?
to be the one and only. Because you could go one and I'm not.
No, and don't say that.
That's a little broad.
The one and only. If you are the one and only,
Yeah.
it's a chalk pick that clearly defines what being one is. You are the one and only.
I'm not sure. I just,
To be the one and only of anything is to be a step ahead of
anything. You really can't.
absolutely.
I mean,
dude.
it's almost like you went with the phrase "bay" for strange reason.
So that's my pick, the one and only, because I feel like that's a chalk pick that it's going to look good on the board as a first round. They're like, okay, the audience will look at it and they'll go, just wait. I've got some tricks up my sleeve.
It's a little bit like, dang, it's kind of
right.
generic.
Go ahead, Mr. Harris.
Instead of mine.
Well, I had to make a decision. Do I go what I feel would be strong, or do I go with controversial? So I'm going with strong to begin with, since I am the third one right here. And so what I'm going to go with is, we all being music fans in here, we all know that in the music world, there is a thing that is, rare, but it is true, and it is the one-hit wonder.
That's a good one.
One-hit wonder. I mean, pretty much like Logan in baseball is a one-hit wonder. I'm sorry, was that? They got personal.
It's a sensitive subject.
So
Sensitive.
I had that on my board. I was afraid that it would be. I see it as too much of a negative. That's why I didn't take it. It was on my board, but I'm afraid that people would view that. Oh, one hit wonder. You only had one good thing that happened to you.
That is true, but have you ever been Rickrolled?
That is true.
I mean, Rick
ever hit in the
Astley
face by baseball?
today is still, top tier. So much so that the other day we were driving in Birmingham. Guy had a QR code on the back of his window. I thought, hey, I'm in. I do it. What happens? YouTube, Rick Astley.
So you're endorsing testing and driving right now? You're endorsing
at the
testing
red
and
light?
driving?
Yes. As I was stopping right there.
So we talked about this the other day though about
Kick him out of the thing.
the positive side of a one hit wonder is that maybe that it's not so good. Maybe it's not that it's so bad that they only had one hit. It's the opposite, that they were so popular. The song was just so good that it could only be
They
one
could
song.
never be that same level
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
I like that.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Still say kick him out of the draft. He's endorsing testing and driving.
All right. So you get a
Chicken fry right here.
I didn't pick chicken fries. That was him.
he was chicken pillows.
Chicken pillow. Y'all cannot hate on my mom's chicken pillows.
Wow, what restaurant cooks that? Your mom's diner does, guy.
Exactly.
So you get another pick. So we're going backwards now. So you get a
Oh,
second
okay,
pick.
Okay.
So back-to-back picks.
So here we go. Pick number 2. As I told you, I could go controversial, and I didn't want to do that to begin with, but I figured this is a good way to do this. Now, again, Logan, I do not condone texting and driving. I was sitting here
I
around.
like to think you should be on the show.
I also will not condone what I'm about to say right now, but I think it is a word that makes sense, and that is the one-night stand. That's right. Put that card away, chicken fry or chicken pillow.
That was literally my third option.
Well, I'm sorry, One Ring. It's no longer an option.
You hate on Lord of the Rings, man.
You know what? I like Lord of the Rings. Actually, I even like the new series on Hulu. That's a whole other thing.
So you took one night stand.
Yes.
That was one of my strong ones.
I
I was a little bit nervous about picking.
I was nervous to pick that one.
The teacher picked it.
I told you. I
Kicked off the show, and
He's playing to win.
fired.
like I said, I do not condone any. As a matter of fact, I'm speaking against it right now. So
So if we're playing to win, if we're going there, then all cards are off the table at this point. I'm gonna go. I want to ask y'all a question, Mr. Coach Harris. You're a golf coach. Logan, you play golf?
no, he does not.
What is the pinnacle of golf?
Hole in one.
That's what I'm taking. Hole in one. A hole in one. Have you ever hit a hole in one?
In putt putt.
What's the feeling when you hit a hole in one?
Greatness. Just
Justin has never hit a hole in one. He barely hit one off the tee box.
no look.
I was thinking, that's one of the hardest things to do in sports.
It is.
It's one of the most.
I mean, it's not hard. I do it. all the time.
If I was playing golf on a real golf course and I hit a hole in one, I think I may not ever play golf again because I'd reached the pinnacle of my career.
After that.
So I'd taken hole in
I
one.
mean, hey, that's a great one right there.
It was one that came to mind later too, and I was like, I don't think it was that on either of y'all's boards.
Yes,
It was on my board at one time, but I removed it because I thought, not everybody's a golfer, not everybody will respect that.
I got you.
So I had to walk away from it on that front.
'Kay.
But I get it. I get it. Logan would never know that feeling, not even in putt play.
I've gotten so many hole-in-one putt play. Don't even start. This man, I beat you at golf. I beat the golf coach in golf, by the way.
Yeah, and he did not. He also lost his daddy's sandwich, but
I found it. Put that out, please.
so you know,
Okay. Because my mind's all. I'm gonna get killed when I get home now. Thanks, Coach Harris.
you're welcome.
Let's salute.
Like I think.
I don't know if I want to go to this one yet or this one.
I mean, either
I'm happy to go with this one because y'all are gonna have the other one. Y'all,
We're doing it 2 picks back.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go a solid choice. Everybody loves them. One Direction.
One Direction.
One Direction. Yeah, everybody loved them in 2003.
Well, guess no. They weren't even allowed back in 2003.
You weren't even bored back then.
Exactly.
So
Four.
he's playing to the audience, which is high school.
playing to win.
High school girls.
I'm playing to win. Well, that crap. That's how Maggie won last
They were on my board. They were actually top on one of mine. So
Exactly.
not a bad
Direction,
pick.
solid choice. Great. Everybody loves them. Everybody at least likes them. At least one or two of their songs.
Okay, you're up again.
I'm gonna have to go with John Goss's famous quote, "We the ones, we the ones." Let me show you the picture of John saying he is the one.
So do you want on the graphic to say "We the ones"?
We
quote,
the ones.
the ones.
Look, this is John saying he is the one.
I feel like Logan is not actually trying to win. He's just trying to get the audience on his side right now.
Yeah.
No, just look at John. He's the one.
I mean, John is, yes.
He's the one.
He's something.
No doubt about that.
I mean,
See, that pick was for myself and for John. Y'all keep saying I'm playing to the audience, playing to win. No, I'm picking for myself at this point. I love John, and I had to get him in this draft. So
I don't want that. I don't want.
the ones.
Okay, next one I'm taking.
I don't even care.
So let me see what I've got. I've got the one and only, a hole in one. All right, I'm gonna go with a one-way ticket. So a one-way ticket. I just think about the Great Escape, getting away from it all, throwing your concerns and your worries to the side, taking a one-way ticket to anywhere that kind of brings a positive.
Ticket to paradise.
Yeah, a one-way ticket to paradise.
It's pretty solid. I don't have any trash words for that.
So
You know what?
Depends on where you're going.
I was like, in education for 20 plus years, I'm dreaming of paradise pretty regularly.
yeah, exactly.
I see that.
This is where my mind is
Graduate.
constantly.
Yes, I wish.
So that's mine. So one-way ticket.
One-way tickets. It makes sense.
The only negative side, is that you may not ever come back, but depending on where you go.
No, your one way is a questionable. I mean, there's no guarantee you're making a round trip.
All right, so you're up, Coach Harris.
All right, I am up. So, I'm going to go back to the music thing right here. I think that's where we need to be. And I would like to dedicate my next pick to one Mr. Logan Basinger, because I believe that this will be the truth of today. And that is from the great band Queen, Another One Bites the Dust.
That's a great one.
Why are you dedicating that to me?
Because you're about to lose. Like,
Okay.
that's right, chicken pillows. We're going down.
I didn't think that one was.
One more time. And I'm going to say, I've not had the chicken pillows, Mom, but I mean, if you're able to send them to school, let's try them. It's kind of raise
Look.
See what happens.
I'll bring them this week if I can make up the work that I missed when I was in the hospital.
I mean, you've only had 87 days to get it done. But that's fine. Why not take 6 nights? That's fine.
Was that on your board? That was. I did not think of that one. That was a good one.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah.
No, I did not. That was pretty good.
I had I was gonna say
You were trying to look.
another one by DJ Khaled, but
Another one.
I wasn't really down for that. So
Yeah, I was also a Bob Marley One Love fan. But I was like, who really is going to appreciate Bob Marley?
Yeah. that's how I was
You
too.
gotta have a cultured group right here. But
Yes.
yeah, I believe our listeners are a cultured group. And that's why they'll know that my interests are the best. They're not looking. But
We the ones. John Goss.
All
I
right,
stick John Goss on you.
so you get the last. This is your last pick.
okay, so I have to pick again.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so here's my battle. I can go one of two directions right here, but they are vastly different. I mean, it is 180 degrees. I mean, one's going one way, one's going another. So I've already gone controversial once.
Okay.
Do I go controversial twice? It's the question right here. I'm trying to think what all my audience would want to hear right here. But I'm going to go with what I think is a semi-safe choice, a quality choice,
Okay.
and that is a one-track mind.
It's a good one. That was high on my board.
Yes.
See,
See, Logan has no clue what you're talking about right now, though, because, well, let's call his 5 minutes of research really has got him prepared for this game.
Do you know what that is?
a one-track mind? Yes, I know what a one-track mind is.
Yes. Logan, you have actually anything left over there other than the scribbles that you
Look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's also
7,
been
8. I have
copying
8.
off my.
I copied one off of yours, and that's because
That's why I tried to keep mine way over here.
You had a one-track mind of what Maggie was watching, and I took advantage of that, and I used it. So
Okay.
I wouldn't have a one-track mind of catching this L.
Yeah, well, you know, I should have gone with my controversial pick right there.
Yeah, well,
but I didn't. I'll come back at the end and I'll say what it was and see what we think on this one.
Yeah, I've got a couple that I'm a little wary about saying, but I do have a lot on my board, and that's a problem right now because I have too many choices, and Logan's just peering over.
I already have mine that I'm
Logan is literally looking at your sheet as if he is copying from.
I have mine that I'm gonna say already.
All right, so I have one and only, hole in one, a one-way ticket.
See,
I got to mark out the ones that are kind of the same thing
Yeah.
as all the other ones.
See, I'm chilling. I'm not worried anything. I'm just gonna sit back and relax.
Well, it's because you're chilling because you're leaning back looking at his paper trying to figure out what you've
I
got.
already have mine. Look, I've circled it 100 times. I already have mine.
Okay. Nothing.
That dumb talk.
My last pick of the draft, I had to go a little wonky, and I have something that we'll talk about afterwards that I could have gone with. I'm going to go with the buy one, get one free.
Oh.
Okay, buy one, get
Interesting.
one free. A little BOGO action.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I mean, we have to ask.
You see a buy one, get one
What are you
free.
buying?
Well, again, that leaves it up to the imagination.
Yeah, no, but
Anytime you see buy one, get one free of anything, it at least sparks your mind a little bit to be like, I think I need to get that. Plus, who doesn't love free?
Yeah.
Now, I understand you have to buy one to get one free.
I always jack the price up. Let's just call it. We know they're inflating that original price.
exactly.
You know. And
So-
again, I'm not hating on anybody. I'm not. But there is a certain store
That's
may or not be coming to our area that does the exact same thing. They make you think you're getting such a great deal, and you go in like, man, yes, and you go back a week later, it's like, wait a second, I paid $5 more for that free fries.
They can make sushi in that place.
Again,
They can make really good.
they got
sushi.
Fire Deli. I mean,
That is true.
cakes and pastries.
We have a boutique in Silicaga that does that exact same thing. They rise the prices up right before it goes on sale. I mean, I'm not pointing out anything, but 2 of their workers are in this classroom right now.
And I don't know who we're speaking of right now.
I don't know.
So-
Speaking of, but
Who doesn't love capitalism, right?
Exactly.
Buy one, get one free.
Buy one, get one free.
Rounded my draft off a little bit there. Take the last pick, Logan. Let's see what we got.
See how bad this one is.
we're a little controversial.
We're literally like 0 for 3 right now, but that's okay.
One size fits all.
One size fits all.
Now,
Take it how you want it. Leave it how you want it.
this was my problem with that one. Do you want to defend it? Because I have some
No, I
arguments.
mean, words defend itself.
You see right there.
The words defend itself. Like, I'm folding my paper up and just.
Okay, on the surface, one size fits all is a great idea, right?
Until it doesn't.
Until it doesn't fit, or nothing
would it
can
not fit if it-
nothing can truly fit everybody.
Exactly.
But it can.
I mean,
One size fits all really means something doesn't fit anybody.
No, it fits everybody.
No,
It's in the
I'll
title.
give you a great example.
in the title.
We used to get hats for baseball, and we had an individual on our team who had a very large head, and it was a one size fits all. And guess what? It did not fit his big old head.
He needs to go get he needs to go to plastic surgeon. That's his.
Again, I mean, if you can shrink the size of your
Okay, well, the word size fits 99% of people. I mean, you can talk all you want, but
I'm just saying, that's a weird one to go with. But you know what?
it's a controversial one to go with. It's a bold one. You do you.
So let's round it off. Here's what we ended up with. Logan had one ring to rule them all, One Direction, We the Ones, and one size fits all. I had the one and only, hole in one, one-way ticket, and buy one, get one free. And Coach Harris had one hit wonder, one night stand, another one bites the dust, and a one-track mind. Now, were there any wild cards or any ones that didn't make your picks that you'd like to air out that you wish you would have picked?
Yes, yeah. There's a couple I've got right here, but it was there that I worked with. One World Order. I mean, I know it's kind of a scary moment to go with right there, but I really had that one. Really should have been there. And I had one that would have been like old school, but I don't know who's actually listening to this podcast. So, 1 hour photo.
That was on my.
1 hour photo?
Yeah,
That sounds horrible.
exactly.
That sounds horrible.
How do I get 1 hour off of my memory card?
Yeah, exactly.
You used to have to put, film in camera. Sounds horrible.
It's a nostalgic pick. And that would have been a good nostalgia pick.
One Man Army was one of mine, though.
One Man Army.
It was between that one and One Size Fits All.
One man army. Are you just like making stuff up?
Have you never heard of that? Where have you been?
I had
A rock.
I had one upping somebody, but I felt like that was, I don't know, it's kind of try hard. And then one step ahead, which was kind of in the same vein as me as some of my other picks, so I didn't go with that one. Here's the one that I was going to ask y'all. Would you have vetoed this if I would have said it? The Uno card game.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's literally the number one.
I
Nope.
understand that, but the phrase had to be one.
Oh, okay.
So we better eliminate that,
My other wild card was
Look, I appreciate you reaching out to our bilingual groups out here, but
trying to reach a worldwide audience here.
bring everybody in right here.
I had one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
I saw that one on your board. I thought I would vote for that one right there.
I would veto.
Break some
I'd veto.
soups into it,
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss, get Dr. Seuss out of
And
here.
then
Listen, chicken pillow. That's a good one. Okay.
one true love, one true friend, one man show.
Also had 1v1.
Oh, 1-on-1 or 1v1, yeah.
That was so generic with y'all.
I mean, here's my
personality. There's no personality in it.
yeah. Let's poll the audience. What did you think? Yeah. What did we miss?
Or work.
One Direction.
Oh, he had One Direction.
That was on my list. Yes. Yes.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
So I just jumped this morning.
It's a generation thing. But he did.
Oh.
It was one of his. Yeah, he did.
Logan, I'm using whose mic do I use? I do not appreciate the slander against Mercantile.
So now you just call.
We have done nothing.
I don't think anybody said the name, but thank you for outing yourself.
We all know who loves you with Carpet.
I was indeed talking
Now we have to have a little edit version right there.
Yeah.
I was indeed talking
So-
about the Mercantile.
Is everybody? How do you feel about your draft now?
I feel pretty darn good on it. I feel like I've targeted 2 or 3 good groups of people with One Direction and One Ring fits them all. What are you talking about over there?
And what I was going to say right here, I feel like what Logan did right there was he just went the cheap route of thinking,
Yeah.
hey, if I can get all these people to
See, but here's the thing.
no, because I don't really have any good answers, so I'm gonna give like the one cheap.
My good
that I
answers were.
can.
They were.
I bring
I
everybody
picked
in.
nothing but good answers.
I'm just
Listen,
saying
That's the problem, is that people have to remember that we are talking about the full draft itself. You don't get to just pick one pick from the draft. Who had the best team? If this was a team,
can I speak?
if this was a
Can I
team, if this was a team of ones, okay? If this was a team of ones, you're telling me that one ring to rule them all.
Wait, because it rules.
We the ones,
yeah.
which one person in the whole world says, and then one size fits all.
Let's see. Look, here's the thing.
See, that answers it right there. One size fits all. That's exactly what Logan did. He went with one direction, thinking, hey, I'm just gonna say one thing that everybody's gonna identify with, and that's what's gonna bring the vote.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
cool.
if you go
Well,
with
look.
Logan, you know what?
Okay, look.
I'm judging.
So One Ring, that got a group of people. One Direction, that got a group of people. We the ones. That was for me and myself. I was playing for myself at that point. And then One Size Fits All is because something I am passionate about. Okay. Yeah, you don't even deserve that.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what we think. It matters what you
I
think.
pick for myself.
Vote on the
Vote for
graphic.
myself, and I won.
Comment below
Don't
what you
always make
think
me so
won.
heated during that.
And we'll see you next week on the next episode of Morning Old Sport.
I quit.
Thanks for joining us.